which means that you run a function in R which allows you to find this optimum. Let me check just 1 second if I can stay for 10 minutes more, because I can hear the students waiting for us. Just 1 second, next ones. Okay, that's fine. We can stay some 10 minutes more. So, I want to give you an homework, and the homework is for the next time. And in terms of exercises, we have 2 exercises that we should discuss. One is this one, because now I made an introduction, which is basically a theory of the exercise. And then next time, which will be next week, because I think it's better if we keep moving forward with the computer as well. And next week, I think the ideal thing is that we make it on Tuesday, because it's better in this room. So, we have this one to work together with, and also the linear reservoir, because one of you asked me if we can discuss more how to implement the linear reservoir. And in order to get prepared for these 2 tasks, I would like to ask you to make this homework. Basically, after this introduction to this exercise, you may still have some doubts on how the code works, but the code runs, so you can run it. So, what I'm suggesting is that you have the data, you have the code, try to understand the code. If you have difficulties, and keep in mind that we have still the question of the linear reservoir, but we will discuss next week. If you have difficulties in understanding the code, just move forward, and then we discuss together on the questions that you may have on the code. But move forward, please, by running it. Try to make some attempts, if you are interested, in running the model with different parameter values. And just with trial values for the parameter, just make some experiments. And you will see that there might be some parameter values that give you an error, because it may be that you get some combination of parameters that don't work at all, and therefore if they give rise to infinite values in the river flow, you may get an error. If you get errors, try different combination of parameters, and let's see if you can get, with trial and error procedure, close to a reasonable result. And I suggest you to work on the plot, not on the sum of squares. The sum of squares is difficult to understand. And the meaning is difficult to understand. If you look at the plots, it's better. And then I suggest that you try to make an attempt to work independently on learning something about automatic calibration. And in order to do that, my suggestion is that you look at the help of the function this is R, sorry, at the help of the function optim. It is self-explaining. Basically, what does it do? It finds the optimum. Of course, I don't remember if optim finds the maximum or the minimum. Let me see. There is written. Okay, no. I don't remember. I think there is a specification later on. Okay, function to be minimized or maximized. Okay, let me see. Okay, by default it performs minimization, so it's fine with the sum of squares. So basically, how does it work? It finds the minimum of an objective function, and the function should be, the objective function should result from the application of a R function Fn, which is our case. We wrote a function that applies I mod and gives back as a result the sum of squares. It's our case. So basically here, instead of Fn, we have to write I mod. And keep in mind that this function should have as only argument the parameter vector. This is why we wrote the function I mod in that way, by giving only one argument, which is the parameter vector. So if you run this opt-in with, instead of Fn, you write I mod, it works. Another required argument is initial parameter value. So if you work it autonomously with a trial and error procedure and got to a result that was satisfying for you, so you got to a parameter vector that was satisfying for you, this is the parameter vector that you should put here. Because this is the initial value. The function, the routine starts from this parameter, initial parameter value to look for better performances. These are the only two arguments required, and you may also try to run it. There will be problems, and then we will discuss. Okay, I think this is fine. And you know, speaking for 3 hours in English is a bit tiring, I forgot it. Not 3 hours, really. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes, but still. Okay, thank you. Let's meet on Monday, and remember the question and answer session, okay?